Hello, hello, hello. Donald Trump signed a very monumentally important environmental bill into effect to protect the national state parks in the United States. And that's absolutely fantastic. He was the only one who was willing to do this. People need to know that he cares very deeply about animals and the earth. So, I also want to talk about psychology, as I always do. I observe people on the internet and I see that most people feel very insecure in terms of communicating with other people. And I think that's very sad. There's no reason to feel insecure. I'm very self-conscious and self-critical, so I understand where that stuff is coming from. It comes from childhood pain. But if we meditate on it and if we really think about this, if we really remind ourselves every day again and again and again that it does not matter what other people think of you or me or anyone. It doesn't matter. Let them think whatever they want to think. It really doesn't matter. If people are rude, disrespectful, and verbally abusive, those are not the people you want to hang out with anyway. Those are not people to even try to communicate with. What's the point? Right? Don't even, they're not ready for communication. They're very, very lonely, too. But people need to protect themselves. Okay? That's the number one priority. I can't help everyone. I'm very honest with people. I'm radically honest. Okay. Comes across as mean, according to my brother, and some people might think I don't care about them, or I care very deeply. That's why I'm so honest. Radically honest. But a lot of people, most people, don't like that. They don't like to be honest with themselves. Okay? So they'll find someone who is very honest. They find that disturbing. Because they're too afraid to face the truth or to even question some things, to even ask some simple questions. Very afraid. And there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to be afraid of truth and honesty and real love and real friendship and kindness and compassion and making the world better. There's no need to be afraid of that. People should be afraid of not doing that. They should be afraid of what they're doing right now. Being violent and fascist. That's scary stuff. Kindness, respect, honesty, being direct with someone. That should not be feared. But that is what most people are afraid of. Most people are feeling a lot of shame inside of them. That's from childhood. That's from very neurotic parents. And almost everyone has experienced that in their lives. Almost every person has been through this. And most people will just accept that. And then they will pass the same wound on to their next generations. It's very sad. That's not how we make things better. Most people are so afraid of what other people think of them that they do horrific things just out of this fear. Okay? We need to become very aware about this in meditation. Many people that are afraid to live out their childlike playfulness, their artisticness, their natural personality. Too afraid. Because they're afraid of being humiliated and shamed. The ego is so afraid of being put in the spotlight and laughed about, have their feelings hurt again and again. I understand that's hurtful, that's painful, that's not nice. But don't put that fear above loving yourself. Don't put that above your creativity, your own natural artisticness. You know, women, they think you can't play with toys like this when you're an adult. Then no one would take you seriously, or that's not regarded as ladylike, or that's whatever, you know. And with men, it's like this is exponentialized, that stuff. A man, I don't know any man who could take these two toys and make a video like this. I mean, maybe a teenage girl could. Other than myself, who is middle-aged. You know, so I don't think any middle-aged woman would do this, what I'm doing here. This takes a lot of guts, I guess, for a middle-aged woman. For teenagers, it's a little bit easier. So I'm quite gutsy with this. But I see that the men out there, they can't do that at all. They could never do this, holding this here and squeezing these things, just having fun with it and being themselves. I tell you, if I saw a man who would make a video like this with these toys, I would fall in love with him. I would feel like, oh my gosh, a completely independent brain who can allow himself to be the way he is. Wow, that would be amazing. But I'm the only middle-aged woman in the world who does this. quite an accomplishment, actually. It's a Zen-like accomplishment. I'm almost like a yogi, you know. Because I put this passion, compassion, and artisticness above my awkwardness and fear of the public. It's also an exercise too. We need to meditate and we need to exercise our independence from society. Very, very important to practice that. Practice standing up for love and compassion in your actions and words, and see what happens. If you get insulted, then you know you're on the right path. Yeah? But this is how we do it. This is the path to making things better. You have to begin with it. Begin right now to love yourself. Allow yourself to feel sad or sorry for yourself or whatever emotion is there. If you feel anger, allow it, don't act it out. No more acting out. No more acting out. Only kindness, only compassion, kind behavior. For all of us. For women and for men too. Okay. There's no excuse why anyone has to be rude or violent or abusive. No excuse for it. I had childhood trauma too. We don't have to be acting out rudeness on other people. But all of this rudeness, particularly I see this mostly in men, that happens because they are so afraid of being labeled soy boy or labeled gay or labeled things that they have been shamed with already growing up. So they're so afraid. Why is that so frickin' scary? What some jerk says to you. Why is that? Why does it matter? It doesn't matter. It does not matter what some neurotic, messed up person says to you. What matters is that you are true to yourself, to what you love, to what you have a passion for in your life. I have passion for those unicorns and for artwork. So I live that out to the fullest. And I want other people to do the same thing, okay? You guys take care. Peace and love for all living beings in the eternal cosmos.